My name is Rebecca Wilcomb. I'm the executive chef at Herbsaint in New Orleans. Originally, I'm an Army brat, so we moved around quite a bit when I was growing up. Ended up in Massachusetts. I went to middle school, high school there, and after college lived in Boston for about 8 years working in restaurants, and then moved down here about 9 years ago. I mean, our family life always revolved around food. My mom is from Italy, so we spent a lot of time in Italy, specifically the Veneto, at my grandparents' house. And food was always the center of everything. My parents both cook a lot. I cooked a lot growing up. I remember being 12 years old and opening up a Chinese cookbook and making a whole Chinese meal for everyone. And I grew up going to Italy a lot, and everything is about quality of life, and everything is about the celebration of life, with food and wine and with music, everything. And I guess I've always been seeking that and searching for the right community to feel a part of. And I wasn't feeling that in Boston. I love the city, but I just wasn't feeling it. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to travel for a while. I'm a young cook. I bought a minivan and packed it up, and thought New Orleans is a good place to start. It's warm, it's got lots of food, I can find a job there, and it's not, I thought it was affordable, so I packed up a minivan, moved down, and was going to stay a year. And then I think my next stop was going to be Costa Rica, and then maybe up to San Francisco. I didn't know, and it took a while, but it gets its claws in you. It gets some, deep in there, and I don't ever see myself leaving. I can't. I love this city so much. I really wanted to work at Koshan.
Okay.
I remember when I was moving down, I do a lot of research, and I came across an article or an interview with him, and he was talking about music and his love of food, and I felt a connection with somebody through, his words on paper, and started researching the restaurants, and I was like, oh, I want to work at Koshan. I'm going to move to New Orleans and work at a Cajun restaurant, and I just so happened to drive by Herbsaint first, and I thought, hey, I'm going to drop off my resume here, why not? And I walked in the door, and he was standing at the bar with Steven Strajewski and the chef here at the time, and it was Thursdays when we taste wines. They were all tasting wine, and kind of walked in at the right moment. Timing and luck, with hard work and all of that combined, kind of made it all happen. But I mean, I've grown, leaps and bounds since I started here. I started here as a line cook who knew how to cook on a line, but didn't. Donald is so supportive, and he pushes me to be creative and to find the food that I love, and how do I answer this? I have found, I don't know, I guess I found myself at Herbsaint, where in terms of food and what I like and what I don't like, and my own kind of style. Herbsaint is a southern French bistro with Italian and Spanish influence. Sorry, there's a lot of uhs. I'm not the most articulate.
You're doing great.
We use a lot of local produce and fish from the Gulf, and we try to source things from our community. So we are a part of our community, and well, Herbsaint's Donald's baby. There's a lot of trust there. He trusts me a lot with the food and with managing the place. I mean, this is a chef-run restaurant. I'm a very detail-oriented person, so and can be somewhat. I'm not afraid to tell people things, and so with him, I think that he's taken a step back and allowed me to flourish here. I mean, you know, I can change the menu whenever I want. I can run specials whenever, you know, and whatever I want to do. I mean, he really loves the food that I make. So I think that he's excited to come in and eat the food that I create too. I mean, there are what we call riot dishes that we can't take off the menu. You know, things like the duck confit, the gumbo, the short rib, which I love and would never take off the menu anyway, or wouldn't want to. But you know, he's given me the freedom. He's given me free reign, which is pretty amazing. But I mean, we talk about food a lot. We both are very passionate about food. I know he misses being in a kitchen, you know. So we cook a lot. We cook at his house. We have recipe testing days. We go out to eat. We travel. I mean, we've been to Italy twice together. We've been to, you know, man, all over Spain, Haiti, you know, the Dominican. I mean, we've been all over the United States together. So, yeah, we still talk about food. I hope we talk about food, you know, forever together.